Hey everybody, this is Erica from the Classy Climb blog. I just had to do this really quick one. I'm calling this one called Really Dumb Moves. Money is meant to be used to build. And this one is the lesson of the week, and our person is Gilbert Arenas. Oh my god, this guy's a basketball player who basically is now retired, but he's always, been on Twitter just acting a fool, saying craziness, basically wanting attention, and we're going to give him some here tonight. This guy basically on Twitter and on Instagram, whatever, mix of social media, basically said, hey, this is how you get your money. I go to the strip club. I take $80,000 off an American Express, throw 40 grand of it up in the air at the, strippers, then take 40 grand home, get one of my teammates to sign the receipt. So the hand, writing doesn't look like mine, and then I call American Express, tell them my car got stolen, and I get to keep my 40 grand, and I get my other 80 grand back. Wow. If you follow that, basically he did fraud. He basically did fraud, and he talked about it on social media. So now, this guy who's already talked bad about Flint, Michigan through their crisis, talking about the women there, how they stank and they're dirty. This guy who is no longer playing on basketball teams because one, he retired, and two, he just has a lot of drama with women and other stuff around him. He's now also doing fraud and talking about it openly. Now, I'm not gonna say I've never heard stories like this before. Unfortunately, I have heard stories like this before. I've heard of people getting American Express or business credit cards and getting all the money off in cash advances and all those different things to build a business, but some way, somehow coming back and kind of trying to fix their right and pay it off. This guy right here straight up is fraud. I mean, he didn't even have the decency to pretend like, to pretend like this is somebody else's story or someone else he heard of. This is like him quoting himself. And what's sad is American Express can go back all the different times he said that and see if it's true, if it matches the dates. Because if so, man, buddy, you're in some big trouble. And the saddest part is these basketball players, people always say, oh, they gave this football player $100 million. Oh, they gave this basketball player $100 million. You have to realize a lot of these guys, if you ever meet jocks in high school, a lot of them, their parents realize early on, like, oh, he's talented or he's gifted in an area. And they just gave up focusing on reading and writing and math. They just honed in on those sports harder and harder and harder. That's why when you meet people, if they don't get picked up at the draft, they don't get picked up by a team, they're forever trying to get back in sports or trying to be a personal trainer. Nothing wrong with them being a personal trainer. Nothing wrong with them being in the health and fitness field. They probably have a body that's better than 70 to 90% of the U.S. population. So that's fine. That's honest work. But here we have this guy saying these things out loud, that he's doing fraud. That's how slow he is. Now, the people the guy I knew who basically opened up a funeral home, and he bought a couple trailers, and he bought a piece of land with a couple of different business credit cards in South Carolina. I mean, I to this day thought that guy was stupid too, but at least he had the mindset of, I need this money to build, and banks won't give me access. That's why I do so many videos about personal credit and business credit, and you properly working with someone who can help you so you have that capital. Because 9 out of 10 business owners, when they fail, that's what they say. They didn't have enough capital. I'll tell you that even for my own business. When I lost my coffee shop, it was because of lack of capital. And I'll never go through another brick and mortar business or having a lot of employees when I don't have capital, period. That's why I'm a big stressor on that. So, look. Let's try to have smart moves in 2016 and 2017. And if you're smart enough to get you a business credit card, if you're going to use that money for anything, not vacation, not cars, not crap. I'm talking about land purchases, whatever you can get, and starting businesses. I mean, right now there's a lot of people who could start a business online with $100. There's a lot of people in network marketing and different genres that if they just put maybe $600 or $1,000 one month behind their marketing on Facebook, they would be out of obscurity, and a lot of people would be following them and hitting them up, and they'd have leads. But, people don't think that way. They think, here's this credit card for me to live nice and travel and go on vacation. And it could be so much more, and you could do so much more with it. And that's the part that sucks. So, look, I'll keep this one short. But Gilbert Arenas, wow. That's why education has to be focus one for you. If you have a son or a daughter, and you just have to focus on education. Period. Education and having pride in themselves and having some kind of respect for themselves. So, all right, you guys, this is Erica, Classy Climb Blog. You guys have a great night.